My name is Kamila Campbell. I'm a jewelry designer. The name of my company is called the Pink Locket. I was born in Jamaica, raised here in the US. I got my start in jewelry design 20 years ago. I started helping my aunt design her jewelry. She would actually take my sister, my cousins, and I into the city, into the garment district, where they had a bunch of wholesalers. So we would go from store to store, just picking out different things to kind of just like create. I think at the time it was just more so of like a bonding thing to kind of do with my family. All of my jewelry pieces are handmade by me. A close family friend saw that I was creating these different pieces. They were like, well, why don't you just try selling it and seeing how it works? I decided to start selling my jewelry when I moved to Atlanta in 2007, 2008. My husband and I had just relocated. He was still trying to find, employment. So the jewelry was a way for me to kind of like just make additional income. My favorite metals to work with would be argentium and copper. I also do like to work with titanium because it's one of those metals that challenges me. It kind of like allows me to stretch my capabilities as far as a designer. I use a lot of different tools, blowtorch, a flex shaft, which is kind of like a rotary tool that helps with sanding and just like buffing and polishing the metals. A tumbler, lots of pliers, hammers, steel hammering boards. My typical design day starts with sketching. A lot of my designs are pretty much very well thought out before I actually get to the designing phase. I'll usually do a couple of test runs in cheaper metals like a brass or a copper just to see, do the measurements hold up. My work's been featured in Fuller House.
Well, that's a good point.
Baby Daddy.
Hoping to meet the man of my dreams.
It's been featured on Essence.com quite a few times. Amazon, I was one of the featured artisans on their Amazon handmade platform. To be featured by a big brand like Amazon, that was kind of like, once again, it kind of gives you that inspiration and motivation of like, yeah, I can really do this. Advice that I have for aspiring jewelry makers are stay consistent. Continue to hone your craft. You can always be better. Take advantages of opportunities. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Jewelry design is not my full-time work. I do run the business full-time, but I also have an outside 9-to-5 job. It just comes down to really early mornings, really late nights. People can find my jewelry pieces on my main website, thepinklocket.com, or they can choose to shop on Etsy or Amazon Handmade.